Welcome to all. Today, some important questions. Simple. This is how, see, usually in examination solve, such questions will come, either academic or some other examination. Practically also, see, almost all cross-sections, structural cross-sections will have one property. It will be symmetrical about y axis. Now, see, question 60, 61, 62, 63, 64. I forgot write. All dimensions are in millimeter, understood. See, somewhere right here, all questions, all dimensions in millimeter. Okay, I won't repeat again and again. Then, for all questions, find Ixx and Iyy. Somebody may ask, where is XXYY? If you are attending all the classes so far, you know what is XXYY. Or if you want, write, find moment of inertia about horizontal and vertical centroidal axis. We will call horizontal axis XX, vertical axis YY. Now, some statements are there. I will dictate now. Every question you have to write it. See, observe all the 5 questions. See, this is slightly, this actually what happened here is, it looks little odd here. I'll repair it now. Okay. I'll repair it. It looks little odd. Actually understood. Such things you should not give. Okay. Now okay. See. All questions. You can observe one thing. See here. Symmetrical about YY. See, this offset and this offsets are not given. So understood that this offset is equal to this offset. You can write here. Radius 100. See. Radius is 100. So diameter is how much? 200. So I forgot right here. See, for this one, I forgot right. Diameter 200. Okay. Diameter 200. Then, here. See. Oh, I think I should have given that offset. Otherwise, you can't solve. Oh, that offset is given in the question. I forgot. This is given 250. I forgot to give. 250 given. So, this 250 is the diameter. So, here, make a note here if you want. Dia equal to 250. Okay. That way, check every question. This question, see. This dia 250. This offset 30, this offset 30. So, this dia you can calculate. Okay, then, here offset not given. If you are very eager to get the offset, see, this is 250. This is 200. Why? Radius 100 means diameter 200. 250 minus 200 will give you 50. So each offset, if you want, will be 25, 25. If you want, see, 25, 25. If you want it, but we do not want it. Okay. Make a note. Then, next question, 62. This is 300. This is 250 given. So this diameter is known. This diameter is same as that diameter. Okay, clear. 63. Oh, diameter given directly, no offset. 64, again diameter given. Okay, now, observe one thing. You write here, all the 5 questions, it is symmetrical about vertical centroidal axis, or, see, everywhere, axis of symmetry, axis of symmetry, axis of symmetry, axis of symmetry, axis of symmetry. You write it. You copy the question and show it. It is not first time you are doing. It is done so many times. If you are lazy and you cannot write all those things, if you understand, okay. If you later get doubt, then you have to blame yourself only. Therefore, all the 5 questions, see, YY axis, I will directly locate this way. So, for all the 5 questions, X bar is not required. Now, regarding Y bar, see here. This is not, see, about vertical axis, it is symmetrical. But horizontal axis, it is not symmetrical. So, for this question, remember, see, first of all, you write here, what? All 5 questions, YY is axis of symmetry. So, directly marked. You can write statements all later, directly marked. So, XX to be located, see here. Now, here, yes, right here. xx to be located. That is, you require y bar, you require. Okay, this question clear. Come to 61. See here. This is here also. What this is symmetry. See, this is 150. This is not 150. See here, this 150. Here offsets are given. Therefore, this semicircle and this semicircle are not same. So once again, here also, right here, xx to be located means y bar required. You write statement. Okay. Come to question number 62. Here, see, this diameter is 200. This diameter also 200. Even then, it is not symmetrical. See, of course, it is symmetrical about y axis. It is not symmetrical about x-axis, horizontal axis, because see there, difference is there. Here removed, here introduced. So here also, what? xx to be located using y bar calculation. Come to question number 63. See here correctly. 200, 200. See here. Oh, this question, what happens is, y symmetrical, xx also symmetrical. See here, how much is removed here? Same removed here. Therefore, this question 63, right here, question 63 and also question 64. See here, how much is here? Same here. Question 63 and question 64, there is no location of centroid. No location of centroid because it is symmetrical about both vertical and horizontal axis. Therefore, xx and yy both are located directly using symmetry, right here. So therefore, remember here, all the 5 questions, y not to be located. Why? Not to be located using calculation. You have to locate it. That is how directly, see, y. Here, xx to be located. xx to be located means using y bar calculation. Here, xx is need not be located by calculation. So, y direct, xx direct. Y direct, xx direct. These all, when you solve the question, at that time write it. What all I told. Write every time. Every time you write here. This question when you solve, you write there. What all I told, common thing, you have to write. Therefore, I will not waste any time here. Only thing is 5 questions you have to solve now. Little fast I will do because there is nothing special here. But questions are important. So, I will start question number 60. See, divide into parts. See here. Once all these 5 questions, what I will do is rectangle middle, I will take 1. Upper side, what semicircle is there, I will take 2. Lower side, what semicircle is there, I will take 3. Therefore, question number 60, you take a rectangle here, see, of 250 by 400. You can see here, 250 by 400. Upper side, one semicircle of diameter 200. Diameter 200 means radius 100. And lower side, what you do? Since you took the full rectangle, this is from this rectangle, this is cut out. So, this 3 is cut out. So, actual is question 60. You make a note. That is sufficient for you. So, question 64, remember, make a note. The actual is 1 plus 2 minus 3. Okay, sufficient. This much information if I give for those who are serious, so many questions solved, you know what it means. What it means you should know by this time. A1 x1 as a A1 y1 A2 y2 minus A3 y3 total area A1 plus A2 minus A3. When you do finally moment of inertia, I of 1 plus I of 2 minus I of 3. If that much you cannot write and make fair copy, don't study from me. Okay. Everywhere same. Start. Y bar from AB. Now see, origin all not required. Why? We require only Y bar. See, this way. Y bar. Now, one information I will give you. Make a note, class. Except the last two questions, or except question 63, all the other questions are actually solved in part 3, lecture 29, and question number 28, 29, 30 and 31. But what I did was, I did not maintain the same numerical. I changed the numerical. Otherwise, I should have told you, see, I need not write this one. Why? I can tell it is already there. No, I decided to get the y bar here. So remember, suppose any difficulty comes, for understanding, you can refer part 3, lecture 29, question 28, 29, 30, 31. Maybe this is not there in that one. This I introduced a new one. Either this or one of them I introduced. Okay. So make a note. Okay, start now. This all you are right. Y bar from here. A1, see formula. A1, Y1, A2, Y2, A3, Y3 minus total area. Now onwards, I will not waste time on explaining area. Okay, start. A1, this A1 into from here Y1, 400 by 2. A2 into Y2, 400 plus 2D by 3 pi. Y3, 2D by 3 pi. Over. So you get the value of y bar. 281.336 will come. 281.336 means, see, this is 400. Center is how much? From here it is 200. 281 means it will come somewhere here. See? This is your x-axis. X-axis, I will remove now. Okay. Y I will put somewhere here. Okay. We are taking all y this way. Okay. Then now x-axis. From here to x-axis y bar, we got, space problem is there, 281.336 millimeter. Okay, round off. Then from the topmost edge to here will be, from total 500 subtract 281.336, you will get 218.664. I already calculated earlier. Before I write, I will calculate y bar and start the class. Why? Don't want to waste time. So now it is ready for moment of inertia. Okay, start. This statement again and again I will not tell. Next question onwards, I will dictate this one. Some of them I will dictate. You should write if you are serious. If you are not serious, you better not continue my class. Start now. Each and every question, when you find moment of inertia, it is your response. Warning. I will tell you now. Now onwards is a warning only. Warning come advice. Warning come advice. Advice. Warning for those who are lazy, half-hearted, but want to study. For them, warning. Those who are serious, it is advice. Those who are not at all interested, it is none of them. Why you are attending my class? Leave it. So, what I will tell is, each and every question now today and most probably now onwards, every time you are right. By parallel, whenever you find I using parallax theorem, we know by whether you know or not. Sometime in the class I will tell, you write, you know. Okay, but how much you know, that is a special, that is something special. Okay. By parallax theorem, I about any axis equal to Ig plus AH square is your responsibility. So start. I about xx. I about xx you will calculate. Start. I about xx. Part by part we will do for 1. Little later, okay, I'll start first. Complete it. Xx power 1. It's color problem. 1 minute. Start. First, I about its own center on the axis. Always first rectangle. See, 250 into 400 cube equal to 250 into 400 cube divided by 12 is Ig. space is not there, plus area 250 into 400 is the area into from centroid of the rectangle to xx, this distance square. That distance square is 281.336 minus from centroid to here is half of 400. 400 by 2, that much to be squared. This will give I about xx for part number 1. Okay. Next, I about xx for 2. I about xx for 2. Space problem, I write one below. You write horizontally, not this way. See, you write here plus here plus here. Start 2. 2 is a semicircle. We want I about this axis. This is not axis of symmetry. Therefore, 0.00686 into 200 power 4. If somebody will ask, sir, why means, I will tell immediately, better leave my class. Do not come to my class once again. After so much explanation, if someone will ask, sir, why you wrote, sir, one place you wrote 0.00686 t power 4, one more place you wrote pi by 128, but sir, quadrant you wrote both of them 0.00343. Why? Nothing, no reason at all. See, this will really make me angry. If you are in front of me, it will make angry. Means, see, sometimes people will tell, not clear. Such people who are not serious, I am helpless for them. Plus area. Area is pi by 8 of diameter square. See, that's all I will do now. 200 square area into, see, distance square. Be careful. Into from centroid of that quadrant, sorry, semicircle, 2xx. See, this distance square is 281.664. See correctly, 664 from 281.664, because you know this distance. Subtract 100. When you subtract 100, see, you will get this distance. To that one, add 2d by 3 pi. I'll change the ink now. 2 into 100, not 100, sorry, 2 into 200 divided by 3 divided by pi whole square. Okay, 1 minute. This is not writing properly. Become very fade. I have to change the color or ink. 1 minute. I got one more pen here. Let me try that one. Okay. Okay, only square. See, I write once again. 281.664 minus 100. Hope it is clear. Plus 2 into 200 divided by 3 pi whole square. Close the bracket. Close the full bracket. Okay. Then next, I about xx for 3. I will change the pen little next round. Ixx for 3. Because this is 3 equal to. That is once again for this semicircle. So first about its own centroidal axis. How much? 0.00686. 0.00686 into diameter. How much diameter? 250 power 4 Ig plus area pi by 8 of 250 square area into from centroid of that semicircle 2xx. See, from here to here, this distance square is 281.336 minus this distance is 2 into diameter 250 divided by 3 pi, that much is whole square. Okay, over. Then write, therefore, I about xx for the entire given area equal to Ixx for 1 plus Ixx for 2 minus Ixx for 3. Get the answer. Okay, now Iyy. Just 1 minute. I'll pause the recording, making color a little more visible. Okay. When I change the color, I removed the previous one and see, I have put the shining one. Suppose anybody, the writing was not clear, I changed it now, see. Okay, now you can use it. Okay, now IXX over, now come to IYY. Okay. First of all, I have not located YY, I will do it now. See. Calculate IYY. Part, see, right here. Directly, no calculation, YY comes here, see. It will pass through centroid of all three parts. This is your YY. If you want distance not required from here to here and here to here, little this side, okay. Both are 125, 125. Actually not required. Okay, start. Now, calculation of IYY. First, IYY for 1, IY for 2, IYY for 3. See, first start. I will tell you before I start. See, for all the three, when you do IYY, see here, its own centroidal axis coincides with YY. Here also, its own centroidal axis coincides with YY. Again, even for this also, its own centroidal axis parallel to YY coincides with YY. For all the three parts, when you write IG plus AH square, H becomes 0, thousands of times told. Okay, start here, first here. I about its own axis. 400 into 250 cube divided by 12 is IG plus area. Area is 400 into 250 is the area into distance square is what? 0 square. Suppose someone will ask why 0 square means no, leave my class. My class is not for you. Same answer. 0 square. Okay. Reason told repeatedly. Whenever your centroid coincide with an axis or lies in an axis or its own centroidal axis coincides with the required axis, then H becomes 0. Okay, now start. For 2, I about its own axis here. It is pi by 128. And again, if someone will ask, sir, last time you told 0.00686. This time you are telling pi by 128. I will tell, leave, don't continue. I am not fit to teach you. I will tell, you are very highly intelligent, therefore leave. I got problems, I will tell. Into 200 power 4, I will tell my knowledge is limited. I get confusion. I will tell that way only. I am getting confusion. Okay. Plus pi by 8 of how much? 200 square. Actually not required, right? Into what? See, into once again 0 square. Actually when it is 0 square, you need not write 0 square. That also what? Then for last one, I about its own axis. Pi by 128 into 250 power 4 Ig plus pi by 8 into 250 square is the area. Here also into what? 0 square. Into 0 square. Over. Calculate each of them. Final IYY equal to, I told you, IYY for 1 plus IYY for 2 minus IYY for 3. Get the answer. Question number 60 is over. I will go to 61 now. Go to 61. Question 61, see here. Once again, divide into 3 parts, see. One full rectangle, see. 150 by 400. How I got 150? See here. 150 given, 400 given. Then This is cut out. This also cut out. For this one, 30, 30 given. See, offsets given 30, 30. From 150, subtract 30, 30, 60 subtract 90. That 90 is going to be diameter. Its radius is 45. Okay. Next, this also cut out. Diameter 150. See, diameter 150, radius 75. Centroid of rectangle, exactly midway. This is centroid of that semicircle. Centroid of the semicircle. Now remember, note, actual is 1 minus 2 minus 3. Last time it was 1 plus 2 minus 3. Now it is 1 minus 2 minus 3. See the formula here. A1y1 minus A2y2 minus A3y3 by total area. Total area is A1 minus A2 minus A3. Later moment of inertia, I1 minus I2 minus I3. That much you should know. Start. Y bar from AB. A1 means rectangle area into 400 by 2. Then minus this area into, from here to the centroid is 400 minus 2d by 3 pi. For this one, area into 2d by 3 pi, divide by total area, you get y bar. These all solved in that part 3 lecture 27. Their numbers are different. But otherwise also, this is, by this time, these are all should be very thorough for you. Actually, we can reduce the class. Okay, now, one thing. I should have written the sketch little bigger. Then I realized, see, small sketch I wrote. Next time, little bigger I will write. Okay, now, locate y, locate axis. Y bar, 218.975. See, this is 200, little above. See, this is your x-axis axis. From here to here is 218 point, how much it is? 975. 975 means from here to here will be, from total 400 subtract, it will be 181.025. Okay. Write all these x. Directly locate y. See, I all told this one. Oh, see the centroid. Hey, centroid, please come little this side. Please, I request it. Please come this side. I wrongly marked there. Okay. Y. If you want this distance, see, this and this will be total 150, 75. If you want, if you are that much eager to write the distances. Okay, now calculate moment of inertia. Now, formalities all you should write. I formula, etc. you should write. If you don't write means you are losing. Okay, start. I write here. I about xx first. Okay, I'll do one thing. I about xx for 1 equal to, see here, I about its own centroidal axis. 150 into 400 cube by 12. 150 into 400 cube divided by 12 Ig plus area. 150 into 400 is the area, space problem. So I am writing one below other one into the powerful number from centroid G1 to xx. This distance square is 218.975. 218.975 minus half of 200. 200 by 2, space is not there, whole square. Okay. This is Ixx for 1. I hope it is within the camera. I want too much upper side there. I think no problem. Oh yes, very much no problem. Don't write that way. You write correctly, systematic, horizontally. Okay, then Ixx for 2. Ixx for 2 is 2. First, I about its own centroidal axis. 0.00, y your problem. 686 into diameter power 4, 90 power 4, Ig, plus area. Pi by 8 of 90 square is the area, 90 square, into from centroid to xx, See, this distance square, that is 181.025 minus this distance is 2 into diameter divided by 3 pi whole square. Calculate I about xx for 2. Then calculate I about xx for 3. It's I about its own centroidal axis. How much is? Once again, 0.00686 into diameter power 4, 150 power 4, Ig plus area pi by 8 of 150 square is the area into from centroid G3 to xx. This distance square is 218. See, this is so nowadays, those who are serious by this time, you will tell very easily minus 2 into this is 2 into diameter is 150 divided by 3 pi whole square is I about xx. Now complete the formality. What is formality? Therefore, Ixx for entire given area equal to Ixx for 1 minus Ixx for 2 minus Ixx for 3. Okay. Now I about yy. I about yy for 1, it later I about yy for 2, I about yy for 3. Hope space is there. 1 minute. I for 1, green color required, not required, any color will do. Okay. Why change the format? For 1, for 2, for 3. Space is there. This time I write horizontally. Equal to. 1 minute. Sometimes get doubt whether what I wrote is beyond the camera. No. Just a confirmation. It is better to confirm when doubts are there. Okay, start. Rectangle. See, now once again, your G1, G2, G3, all of them lie in YY, or when you find IG about its own centroidal axis here, its own here, its own here, all the three, they coincide with YY. So everywhere IG plus area into 0 square. Therefore, IG for first one, how much is? 400 into some guest came here. Okay. 400 into 150 cube divided by 12 Ig plus area. 400 into 150 is the area. I explained thousands of times earlier. Y0, I told you, into 0 square. Okay. Calculate the answer. Next, for 2, I about its own axis. Pi by 128 of diameter. 90 power 4. This much explanation is over sufficient. Someone will tell nowadays he is not explaining more. Yes, I will tell nowadays people are becoming more and more lazier. I will tell that way. Into 0 square. If anybody tells that way, that means you are becoming lazier. Lastly, for this one, pi by 128 of diameter is 150 power 4. Next, the remaining 3 questions, IYY, I will not explain. See, remaining 3 questions, it will repeat. IYY, I will not explain. I will write somewhere. Plus area, pi by 8 of, how much it is? 150 square into, once again, 0 square. Then finally, IYY equal to IYY for 1 plus, not plus, IYY for 1 minus IYY for 2 minus IYY for 3, get the answer. 60 over, 61 over. Now I will go to 62. Today I will finish all the questions. Question number 62. See, once again, same thing. See here. A rectangle, one quadrant, semicircle removed. This is existing one. So, note, the actual is rectangle is 1, see, you can make out 1 minus 2, see, 1 minus 2 will give you this area, plus 3. So, A1, Y1 minus A2, Y2 minus plus A3, Y3 by total area. See, start. Reference axis for locating Y bar. See, take bottom edge. Take through bottom edge. See, actually while writing, it became slightly inclined here. Don't bother about it. Don't make issue of that one. So, this way we will take Y. So, see here, A1 into Y1, 100 plus 300 by 2. Y2, 400 minus 2d by 3 pi. Y3, 100 is up to here actually, okay. 100 minus 2d by 3 pi. Divide by A1 minus A2 plus A3, Y bar will come 171.460. So now locate it. 171.460. Okay. So therefore, see, 171.460 means where it is. You have to observe it. See, from here to the centroid is 100 plus 150. 100 plus 150 is 250. So it is less than that one. So 171. So it is little this side. See, here. 71. This is 1. Okay. Now it's okay. X axis. From the bottom edge. See, there's a reason for Y centroid coming down. That all you think yourself only. If I explain all those things, it will take a lot of time. So, this is 171.460. From total 400, subtract 228.54. I will put only 546. 0, why you write 1, 0. 46 sufficient. Okay. Now, calculate moment of inertia. Start. I about xx, again I about xx, again I about xx. So you write horizontally for 1, for 2, for 3, equal to I about its own centroidal axis. 200 into 300 cube divided by 12. 200 into 300 cube divided by 12 is Ig plus area. 200 into 300 is the area, space problem here, area, into, you write horizontally, into, from centroid here, this distance square is 228.54 minus half of 300. 300 by 2 whole square will be I about xx for rectangle. Next, for semicircle 2. I about its own axis. Pi by, no, sorry, it is not symmetrical. Okay. Equal to 0.00686 into diameter power 4 is 200 power 4 Ig plus area pi by 8 of 200 square is the area into, from centroid to here, this distance square is 228.54 minus this distance is 2 times diameter. Diameter is 200 divided by 3 pi whole square. This will give I about xx for that one. Lastly, for this one, start. I about its own centroidal axis. That is 0.00686 into diameter power 4. Where's the diameter? I forgot to write the diameter here. See, this also diameter is 200 only. Forgot to write it. Into 200 power 4. See, actually, you should write like this. Plus area. Pi by 8 of 200 square is the area into, from centroid to here, see, this distance square. See, this distance square is 171.46. From 171.46, subtract 100. minus 100. That will give you this distance plus 2 into diameter is 200 divided by 3 pi close whole square. Calculate I about xx for 3. Then write final ixx equal to ixx for 1. Then which one? This one. Minus ixx for 2 plus ixx for 3. Now I will do one thing. Iyy, this question I will write. Next question I won't write. Okay, I remove that number. Okay, no problem. Okay, that's not required. It is not required actually. Anyway, let it be there. Okay. Yy, mark here. So as usual, only Ig, because why? Ig plus A square, H0, centroid of all the three lies in Yy. Therefore, start. Iyy, Iyy, Iyy. Iyy for 1, for 2, for 3, for 1. 300 into 200 cube by 12. 200 into, for 300, okay. I told correctly. 300 into 200 cube divided by 12 is Ig plus 200 into 300 is the area. I told repeatedly thousands of times into 0 square. Okay, over. Second one. I about its own centroidal axis. Pi by 128 of diameter power 4. That is how much? 200 power 4. Ig plus pi by 8 of 200 square is the area into once again 0 square. Lastly, for 3, pi by 128 of again 200 power 4 Ig plus pi by 8 of 200 square into once again 0 square. Calculate all the three. Final Iyy is Iyy for 1 minus Iyy for 2 plus Iyy for 3. Okay, now question number, see, 63 and 64 I will do in a single stretch. I will remove the full board now. 63 I will write here. 64 I will write there. See, because make a note. For both 63 and 64, see here, you can make a note here. You write the sketch here. When you start 63, you write here. See, when you start 63, you make a note. Axis of symmetry. Again, axis of symmetry. So, YYXX will be exactly midway. Here also, axis of symmetry, axis of symmetry. So, here also, midway. So, question number 63 and 64, there is no locating of centroid using x bar y bar calculation, not required. Directly locate xx and yy, see, vertically through mid-width, vertically this way midpoint, horizontally this way midpoint. That way mark and get it. But I may forget the before rubbing. Okay, I will make a note. So I will do one thing now. Somewhere here I will write 63. Somewhere here I will write 64. Full board I will remove now. Okay. Suddenly I remembered, before rubbing the board, one thing I should tell. See, 63, what you will do is, I forgot to tell you, when you divide into parts, you take a rectangle here and this is your 1. See, make a note. This rectangle is 1. This is cut out 2. This also 3 cut out. So, for figure 63, the actual is 1 minus 2 minus 3. So, final moment of inertia is I1 minus I2 minus I3. And for 64, see, you divide like this way. 1, 2, 3. There is no removed here. All are there. So, 64, your actual is 1 plus 2 plus 3. So, final I is I1 plus I2 plus I3. I forgot to tell that one. So, I am telling now Now I will clean the board. Now I wrote both. First of all, I think there is nothing to explain. See here. Remember I told you real is 1 minus 2 minus 3. Here real is 1 plus 2 plus 3. Remember. No x bar, no y bar. See. This way mid height 150, 150. This way 125, 125. Here you write yourself. This is 200. Oh, this is not 122. Not 125. Sorry. 120. Oh, okay. Sometimes it happens in a hurry. I thought 250. Okay. Not a big issue. I have not used it. No problem. I have not used it. 100. Okay. 100. Here also, see this way, 100 if you want. 100. This way be careful. Total depth is 300 plus 100 plus 100 is 500. 250. Okay, start. Ix for both. See, now I will not explain. I about its own axis plus area into this distance square. First rectangle. I about its own centroidal axis. See, coincides with the x-axis plus area into 0 square. It is there. Here, I about its own centroidal axis. Write the answer. Plus area into this distance square. 150 minus 2d by 3 pi. Here, not there. You should see here actually, sorry, not there. 250, 150 minus, see first one is same for both. Both are same, that's why. 150 minus 2d by 3 pi whole square. Now for 3, not required. See here, how much is this Ig? Same Ig. How much this distance square? Same distance square. So Ixx for 3 equal to Ixx for 2. Same, whatever you got the answer right here. So finally I equal to 1 minus 2 plus 3. Write the answer. Yy, you try it. I about its own axis plus area into 0 square. I about its own axis plus area into 0 square. I about its own axis plus area into 0 square. Answer is there. Now you have tried it. Here, for rectangle, Ixx, I about own axis, 200 into 300 cube by 12, plus area into 0 square. Here, I about its own centroidal axis, plus area into this distance square is 250 minus 100, or actually it is half of there, 150. This distance, 250 minus 100 is 150. 150 plus 2d by 3 pi. Where is it? Here, plus 2d by 3 pi whole square. Ixx for 3 equal to Ixx for 2. Final I is Ixx for 1 plus Ixx for 2 plus Ixx for 3. Iyy, I wrote the answer here. You try it. Little fast I have done because there is nothing here. First of all, these two questions are throwaway questions. You should not go through my class, note the question, solve, and then check the answer. Now, 1 minute. I think everywhere semicircle, I wrote 0.00686. But I got a faint feeling now. Maybe someplace did I write 0.00343? Actually, for a quadrant. I will check it, recording. If it is seriously coming 3-4 times, I will change the recording. If it comes only once, in the comment section, I will write it here. Or you make a note. You just laugh. Oh, sir also feeling tired. Sometime when you feel tired, see, decimals give trouble. In the mind, 0.00686. See, if I coolly think semicircle, so it comes to my mind. But in a hurry when you write, sometimes number may interchange. I will check it. Okay, thank you. We will meet in the next class.